Pisces, welcome to your bonus in-depth reading that is yours and theirs. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Like always with yours and theirs, take what resonates, leave what does not, and reverse those energies as you see fit. More so with readings like yours and theirs, as energy exchange and interchange is real, rapid, and fluid. Having said that, your person that I see on this board today, might be about or include the energies of a significant other, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, X to 5 years ago. I never know until the cards are on the table. But it would also ask you to include or make space for the possibility of my seeing other things for you, such as work stuff, family stuff, spiritual stuff. It's just as likely to come up as anything else. But like always, default. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Okay. Show me Pisces. Show me Pisces and their person. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I say in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. 10 of Cups, Justice, the Fool. Wow, nice. 4 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Not as nice. Okay. The World, the Magician, the Lovers. King of Pentacles is in your overview. I'm sorry, someone had a reading so similar to this. I don't know that it was necessarily in the in-depths. I want to say it was a check-in. It's eerily close, but I'll be darned if I can remember who. King of Pentacles is in your overview. Looking good, feeling down to earth, feeling well invested, feeling well about you. Understanding that you are worthy. Being appreciative of your own worthiness. You know, this is who I am, this is what I'm about, this is what I'm invested in. I'm responsible, I'm resourceful. I'm a good provider. I'm solid, I'm down to earth. I like where you are. And right now you seem to be heavily invested in your inner circle. Excuse me. Once more, that's family and friends. Inner circle. However you qualify it or quantify it, both are up to you. Whoever is in there, family, friends, spouses, kids, lovers. The point is that they're in your life in some significant way, meaningful way, and they balanced against the greater scheme of things in a meaningful way. Okay? So it could be 2 people, it could be 200. The point is that you are well invested in it, and you're saying all is well there. Justice. Okay, I'm not saying you have a perfect relationship with everybody in your family, or who you call family, but you're saying it's good. It feels pretty darn good. And that's been a priority for you for a while. To maintain your balances with those people who matter the most. And then a little part of you kind of breaks off into joy. Into Fool, into opening up and taking a risk. I saw this person, it didn't seem to make sense in the context. But it does over here. Okay. I was like, oh, breaking off into joy. It looks like some of you might be interested in expanding your inner circle. Okay. Okay. 4 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, the High Priestess. This person's very upset. They're very hurt, and they're keeping quiet about it. That's a choice. I hope they're using that intuition of theirs to process this. I hope so. Very upset. Very disenchanted. Not happy. But the High Priestess, they're keeping quiet about it, so you may not know. You might sense it, but perhaps you don't know absolutely. I hope they listen to themselves. The World, the Magician, the Lovers, this is where it breaks off for you. Again, in that space of opening up, taking a chance, taking a risk, being the Fool, new beginning. I'm seeing that here, what is technically should be the shared line isn't shared. The cycle has closed out for you, and you're manifesting a strong connection. Okay. Okay. Let's get cracking. Let's see that King of Pentacles. Let's see that King of Pentacles, please. Temperance, Ace of Swords. Two of Cups. You had a lot of time to heal over a particular subject of emotional compatibility. Two of Cups, whatever that is to you. Okay? Two of Cups could mean anything. It is the simplest form of representation of shared emotionality. In some way, it represents love, care, maybe respect, something like this. Any dynamic you can have with anybody, anywhere, within your inner circle, anything. Okay? You're saying you have come to terms with that. Temperance, Eight of Swords, Two of Cups. It used to confuse you. An emotional union. You're saying it doesn't confuse you anymore. You got it. Like you're clear on the subject. So I don't know who that bond is that you used to be so confused over, but you're saying you've healed over that subject and it feels good. It feels so freaking good. There's no more questions around that emotional union. It's beautiful. It's very peaceful of you. It was a good investment to make, and it's a good, worthy reflection of you. I'm glad you took the time to do that for yourself. I'm glad that you put a difficult subject to bed and you don't think about it that way anymore, or you feel that way about it anymore. Okay, confusion. Just confusion. That's all you showed me. I'm glad. You look calm. Very calm. Perhaps restored over that subject. It doesn't cause you conflict anymore. Very nice. Very lovely. Ten of Cups, Justice, and kind of feels like all is well in the world, you know. Well, all is well in your inner. There it is. You get very consistent right there in the split too. There's the Fool, King of Pentacles. I don't think you identify with the Fool too often, right? So I'm glad that you get to experience this. This is great. Gosh, it does feel like you look like a spring chicken, honey. You just, I like this. You had some beautiful restoration work here in your soul, in your spirit. Over an emotional union that once caused you a great deal of confusion. You say, not anymore. I'm at peace with that. I feel good about it, actually. Good. I'm happy to hear that. It's over here, too. I see that peace there. I see the harmony. You're saying this is a core value to you, your Ten of Cups, whomever it is you harmonize with. It's like you want to keep that going forever and ever. If you can. If you can, then you will. But the Fool. Excuse me. Opening up a little bit. Justice, oh my goodness. It's an imperative point for you. Knight of Cups, that's your court card. And the Lovers, oh my. Oh yes. Oh. And Pisces. It's my tendency to say your sign name in a southern drawl. I never understood why. It just kind of stuck that way. I have a funny way of pronouncing Virgo. But yours, when I am in my accent with it, it's Pisces. Oh, Pisces. That's great. Yeah, so this Lovers is here twice. Oh, my. Nice. But, Knight of Cups. Yeah, your heart's unfolding in that direction of the Lovers, which is here currently under manifestation. Yeah. So I see a cycle here did close out for you, and you're showing me freedom of spirit. I will go where my spirit takes me because it feels correct. So you're very grounded. Don't get me wrong. You're not living out there in the ethers. No. You're very grounded. You're healed over a particular subject. It soothes you considerably. Your primary focus has been the balance or the harmony between you and yours. Okay, making sure all is well in that sector. Okay, and Knight of Cups, you are very much present for us all. Part of that process, the appreciation of it. Your family and friends have been hearing more from you these days, haven't they? Yeah. And then the Lovers are carrying that with you. You very much want that connection in your inner circle, it seems. You're kind of spiritually invested in that. Do you know them, or are you just carrying that idea of a strong connection with you that you'd like to see in your inner circle? I don't know, but you look great. You look positive. I can take this with me, or I want to take this idea with me of the strong connection and have it harmonize in my life. And it makes you feel good. It makes you feel very good. Okay. You take the energy of the Lovers with you. It's like you're already showing emotion to it. But you're still manifesting. You open your heart in that direction for certain, but you want to see it in your life. Okay? Justice. Your heart's begun to move in that direction. I like how you're emphasizing that sense of correctness. What's right for me, what's right for me, what's right for me, what's right for me. And it feels more and more correct the more and more your heart speaks to it. Ten of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, the Five of Wands. It's been hard, very difficult to balance with one person specifically. You're doing your best there. You're saying you haven't given up on that fight just yet. Ten of Wands, Five of Wands. Unfortunately, you're met with opposition. Okay. You seem to be determined to try to work things out with somebody physically. You know who they are. You have access to them and also direct access to the anger, it seems. So while you are doing your level best to make technical peace with them, balance here is in technical balance, spiritual balance, maybe even legal balance. That's ongoing. Okay. That's ongoing, and you're saying you're willing to bear that responsibility. You're willing to bear that responsibility a little more. I would just advise you put a cap on it. Know your limits. You get to determine what is a worthy fight, and for right now, you're saying I'll handle that. I hope it evens out. I don't want to keep fighting with them. Again, your overall structure here suggests you are emphasizing peace and harmony, and someone here is really hard to get along with. Okay, they really test the theory. Regardless, it's like I know it's worth it. I know it's worth it. I will get this thing sorted with that person. So I would just say know your limits. You're doing such a great job there. I feel like the rest of you and yours get along quite well. I do. But there's one person who kind of sticks out there like a sore thumb. Expect some upcoming tension with that person. Heavy on Libra energy. You could have a lot of Libra in your chart. Could be connecting to. It could have been a fight since last Libra season. I don't know. Other than that, though, you got a pretty clean report on that inner circle, so I like that a lot. But that one, my goodness, that one seems to be determined to fight you. So again, know your limits, okay? If it's too much, if it goes too far, know when to cap it. You can honestly say you did your best to try to balance that one out. All right. The Fool. Show me the Fool, please. Eight of Wands, the Hierophant, Knight of Wands. You are so excited. You're so giddy, but in a very grounded, spiritual way. You're giddy. Spiritual giddy. Spiritually giddy, I suppose. The Fool, you're like, la da 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 da, here we go. Eight of Wands, the Hierophant. I don't know why you had to whip out your big daddy energy for that, but hey, you know what? All you're telling me is that it means something to you. Spiritually, I see you stepping up to some communication, and you're like, I'm going to do this. I want to do this. I'm going to take a risk. Here we go. Knight of Wands. So you are interested. You are naturally enthusiastic. I would even say passionate, but it's coming from a space of the Hierophant. This means something to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. I'm authorizing this, and yes, I am excited, okay? I'm excited. Super Pisces. I'm excited. But I like how you're showing me the Hierophant, because that tells me this is really important to you and that you stand by your words. And I'm glad to see that you are standing by your words. The Fool, there you go. It's that new beginning. It's that new beginning. You're engaging with it as you best understand it. I like how the enthusiasm is naturally showing for you. And the Hierophant, it looks so official. That's the most official enthusiastic conversation I've ever seen in my life. No, but you just look so happy. But you also like, this needs to be a good representation of me. I like that. I do. I like it. I like it a lot. That's great. I like your communication here. I like the energy behind it. Okay. I like it. It's really good. Okay. Okay, you might be interacting then with your manifestation that was with you in the opening. A strong connection. You'd like to see it harmonized in your inner world. You're working on it. Emotionally, you're already attaching to the idea. Well done. I see that there's something there that sticks out like a sore thumb. But for the most part, though, you've got a great circle. You do. Oh, I like how you show up in it. I do. You really care about your family and friends. Okay? It shows. All right. 4 of Cups. Ace of Swords, Truth, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Unhappy. Okay, so they acknowledge the truth here. Is it that person? The one that we have tension with? Okay. Well, that's pretty much an easy call. So I don't know who this is, except that you qualified them personally as being part of your inner circle, and you're trying to do right by it. You have to stand up to it, too. It's kind of a push. It's back and forth there. Whomever this is you have a relationship with, it's the one that is kind of a stumbling block. And otherwise a very happy, healthy Pisces. I almost said Gemini, I apologize. I don't know if that's important to you. Could be connecting to, but if you have some really strong Gemini in your chart, perhaps check theirs out. Actually, yeah. You might have some very strong Gemini in your chart. I stopped calling out the signs a long time ago because why? Everybody's here in some way. Clearly I can see Libra, I can see Taurus. So anyway, but yeah, some of you might have some very strong Gemini in your chart are very interesting. Anyway, so this is the one that sticks out like a sore thumb. A harmonization principle, Libra energy here 3 times, FYI. Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Swords. It's like, yeah, I get it. I get the truth. I'm unhappy. I haven't been able to balance in this situation a long time either. Okay, so they admit their side of things. It hasn't been easy for me to feel good in this inner circle for a long time. I've tried. I tried, but I don't feel like I fit here, or I don't want to fit here, or there's something here about the continuous disappointment about the harmonization principle. So at some point, this person was in your Ten of Cups, and you're still trying to include them, but there seems to be disagreement about how that plays out. Okay? And you're saying, I will work with them as long as I feasibly can. And it could be for technical or legal reasons, where you're trying to get along with them. Like I said, know your limits. Okay? Know your limits. It's already quite wearing on you. And it looks like there's another session coming up where there's a disagreement or a sense of heavy burden on you to try to sort this out. So just know your limits. Okay? You said you know what the fight's for and that it's worth it to you. Okay? All right, Ace of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Justice. It's true, I've been unhappy in this dynamic a long time. They said, it's true. Okay. It is true. They own that part. They might even to some extent admit they're not the easiest person to get along with. Okay. I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just saying that's how I'm reading the energy today. It's not an excuse. It's not an explanation. It's just kind of what's here. All right. 5 of Pentacles. Three of Cups, eight, yeah, okay, the Star. They're kind of saying in a rough way, I held it together as long as I could. Not very flattering, but I believe they're trying to be as honest as possible. I held it together as long as I could. They're saying, please believe me, I held it together as long as I could. But I really wasn't there. I don't want this. This is not my dream. It shouldn't be this hard. This is not my dream. This has never been my dream for it to be this hard to connect to you or our inner circle. It's just, it's not what I wanted, but this is where it is. This is someone who feels like, at least in the recent past, continuously finds it difficult to be part of the inner circle in a balanced way. They said, I didn't want this, 3 of Cups, 8 of Cups, but this is not my dream. This is not my dream. To have to force myself to come together emotionally over something that I don't want. Okay, I don't disagree with that. I don't want people to have stars that aren't theirs. I don't. Forcing themselves to aim towards something they're not actually connected to. Okay, fair. Fair. I'll say fair on that. And they said they've been unhappy a long time. They know they're not the easiest to get along with or make things work out with. They know this. Yeah, it's like they're walking away from this specifically desiring to keep this together any more than they already have. Being part of it in a constructive way, in a healthy way, or an aligned way. It's like there's not this dream. I'm just forcing myself at this point. So all the more reason I'm glad they know this. Okay? I'm glad. I don't want anyone to force themselves to continue to give to a situation they personally don't feel like they're part of. Again, it's not their dream that they keep wishing for. Is fulfillment in here. So, honey, I don't quite know what it is that you're fighting for with this person. If they really don't feel like they're part of this, then maybe let them part ways. If they're that adverse to being balanced with you in the inner circle, maybe they're just not supposed to be there. You know? The High Priestess. All I advocate for people is that they know themselves, and this person honestly kind of told me what's going on with them. So I'm not quite sure what the fight is. No, stay, we want you to stay, we can work it out. Their heart's not in it. Okay? If they're not fighting to stay, then you don't need to on their behalf either. Let this person be their own advocate. They don't want to be there. Don't ask them to stay. Okay? I know you value so much everybody gets along. I know you do. But one of the biggest gifts someone can give you, even if it doesn't look like that, is to tell you, I don't want to belong in this. You don't need to fight over it. You don't need to coax or persuade me. I don't belong here. I don't fit in. Something, I don't know what that is. But there's a sense of, I'm tired of trying to act like I'm emotionally invested in keeping this together. I don't want to participate. Believe them. Okay? One of the best gifts you can be given is honesty, even if we don't like the truth. So I don't know why you're fighting so hard to keep them in the fold. I don't think you need to. Why don't you put your fire down, honey? And I say that you do, because there's other things, obviously, that you want to see in your life. I'm not going to lie, I kind of see this as a switch. It is a world, it's just presented in a different way. As somebody drops from your inner circle, clearly you want to bring someone in. So I don't know who this is to you. It was very vague category, friend or family. And you're like, no, stay, have meaning, have significance, break bread with us all. Come on, you can do it. I don't want to. Let them exit, because there's something here you'd bring in, okay? And they would more than fill the gap of what's trying to leave. Okay? So yeah, there is a cycle here, all right? As one door is closing, another's opening. Ace of Wands, 9 of Swords, 7 of Cups. Intuitively, they feel a pressure to keep themselves open to something they don't want to keep themselves open to. Intuitively, they're afraid of how they're continuously being prompted to keep themselves open and available to this. And they said many times they don't want to. I mean, again, let them. It's some of the best advice you can ever give or receive. It's just let them. Let them. Okay? Let them. If they're that scared of, hey, come on, put some faith in this. Give us some feeling. Stick around. Keep yourself open to this. And the idea of that freaks them out. And it makes them feel sick. And they're tired of reaching for something that's not theirs. Let them. Let them go. Okay? I think you're working very hard to ask them to stay. And they're very politely trying, one day hope you'll understand why they want you to stop asking. So, it's okay. Let people be who they need to be. I don't think you're controlling anything. I think you very much are that person. You want everyone to get along because they're important to you. So whoever this is, a friend of the family, your cousin, I don't know. I don't know that's the person who's intimate to you. It could be, but that would be quite shocking from my point of view. Especially since you are manifesting so much a new core connection to enter your life. Okay. So no, just let people be who they need to be. I know you want everyone to get along. And it's very you, it's very Pisces. But it's okay if people drop away. Let them be who they are. Let them identify the way they need to identify. They even said from the opening, I know I cause a stink. I know I don't fit in. I know. I've tried to feel differently over the years, and it doesn't take for me. It works for you, but it doesn't work for me. So again, all right, let's move on. Let's see that world, which I think we've already kind of addressed. You have a really interesting reading today. I see your side and a touch of the shadow of something that you would like to bring into your life. And then I see you right there towards the very end open up in a beautiful, bold, natural way. I like it. I like it a lot. And I think that's really going to mark your cycle here. This energy, let it exit, and then allow the new to come into your life. Okay? The world. And who's to say they'll always stay gone, you know? Right now, they showed me they're emotionally exhausted by trying to adopt a dream that's not theirs. Okay? You don't want to ask someone to stay where they're not meant to stay. And when somebody tells you, I can't contribute to this, please believe them. Okay? The world. Oh, 3 of Wands. Okay. Knight of Cups in reverse, 9 of Cups in reverse, 3 of Wands. Okay. Okay, that period of waiting and Knight of Cups, that's your power card once more. Your period of waiting on this, feeling good about it, is coming to a close, as I expected. Okay. But we'll go ahead. Yeah, it's coming to a close. That's all right. That's not something to feel threatened over. Okay. You did your part to make sure that they knew that they are still welcome. You were even prepared to fight for them or their presence. That's coming to a close. Okay? Yeah. All right. It's just more of that here. Of course, we'll have to reshuffle that. Excuse my little trip under the table. When the energies get very excited, the cards explode. Okay. Which also happened in someone else's reading last week. Don't remember who, though. All right. Two of Wands. Yeah, two. Oh, okay. That's peace. There it is. There it is. Yeah, you are right on that hinge, aren't you? Everything we've been talking about leading up to present day and how it's closing out. So this is the one that you're trying to be at peace with in that opening, or that you actually are at peace with now. Okay? No later than Sagittarius season. So as soon as you're at peace with it, I think they take their exit. Okay? The one that doesn't want to stay. I understand. And also that includes the waiting. It's like saying, I'll care about you, I'll always care about you. They know that. They know. They know. They know. And you know, because I believe you are you're learning to part ways with them right now, aren't you? That makes sense. Yeah. The one that sticks out. You're learning to make your peace with it now as we speak. Yeah. Looking at your timeline now, that makes sense. Good. And it's not like you slammed the door shut and locked the key. I think you let them know, I'll always care about you, no matter where you go or how far away you get. 3 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. Even if we don't talk very much, still, it'll be welcome. Okay. Okay. The Magician. As that closes out, another door opens for you. Justice, Page of Cups, and there it is again. You wanting to bring a strong connection into the fold. Again, it has to be for the greater good, greater cause, greater harmony. Justice, Page of Cups, different. See, it goes back here to your core values. Well done. Balanced, meaningful. Please bring this to me. Okay. I don't need to clarify further. You want very much a strong connection to be in your life in a balanced way that has a greater meaning attached to it. Okay? So not just for you personally, but can be a part of your life for a long term. Queen of Pentacles, 6, oh dear. Oh. Okay. Oh, 6 of Cups. Oh, okay. This is something else you had to kind of solve in your heart. The lover's connection you were associating with the 6 of Cups, solve that. Ooh, very special indeed. Muy, muy special. Very special. Someone you potentially have a history with. Unique exchange between you and them. You have memories. Like I said, you might have a very deep past in some way. And Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, coming to terms with the fact that this is worthy of you. So you're manifesting it, you're allowing it to come through. Okay, you want it in your life in a very substantial way. So I don't know how long that's been. I just see that you're in process with it now. It's appropriate as you say goodbye to someone, but again, you're showing me I'm leaving the door, even though the cycle's closing, I'm leaving the door open. I want them to know I care about them and that I'm always available for a talk if they need it, okay? You know, it's good of you, but your manifestation continues. Mm-hmm. And it's something balanced, but also very beautiful. It's bold. 6 of Cups, the Lovers. And so it's not just a strong connection, it's someone whom you have a personal tie with, you know. And this is someone whom we've absolutely learned from. It had a huge influence on you and each other, specifically. 8 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, coming to terms with it. This is worthy of me. I deserve this. I want to be part of this. Okay, it's beautiful. And it starts out here with your Fool. Oh, the communication goes out and you stand behind it. Well, no wonder you got your Big Daddy energy out. It's like, I'm going to need the spiritual chops for that one. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So your manifestation, you're lining up to your manifestation. You believe in what you're manifesting. You believe in what you feel. There was a learning curve here associated with this one, understanding the worthiness of it. I'm part of that. I'm part of that. That also means to some extent that you see them worthy of you. Look at that. The Lover's idea was behind your back as you move forward into your inner circle, making sure it was well. This is unfortunate, but that's okay. I see you make your peace with it. I like your open door policy towards this person. It's better than fighting them to stay. Okay? And then you continue on. It's beautiful. Goodness, I'm so curious about. There you are. I noticed you on the split. The moon, the two of pentacles. Quietly contemplating what to do. Knight of Wands. Five of Wands. Six of Pentacles. Frustration. You believe in balancing. You really do. You have natural enthusiasm for it, and it frustrates you when you can't do it. That would explain that. Pisses you off, doesn't it? Yeah. Did you know, Pisces, honey, about some of your strengths as Pisces? I don't know why it's so unpopular when I say this, because it's true. You are like the referee of the zodiac. It's like you go out of your way to make sure everybody gets along. You, for yourself, you're like, that's my personal bullshit. If I got beef with me, I may not solve it. But when it comes to other people, get along. There's no reason why you shouldn't. Here's why, here's why, here's why. You're very good about finding those things that unite people. Get them to think differently or be more flexible. It's literally some of your best skills. And I can see that you really do believe in balance. I can make things work, and it pisses you off when they don't. So it was hard for you. So I saw you fighting. You said, I got to do it. I got to fight. They don't want you to. They don't want you to, and that's okay. That's okay. It's one less thing for you to do, especially if someone's asking you point blank, don't do it. Okay. Then I don't know what's going on, guys. They said, I know. I know I'm not the easiest person to get along with, but this is not my vision. And that's got to be weird, right? Hearing that from a friend or a family member. I can't be here harmonizing with you all. For one reason or another, I don't get along with you all. They know that about themselves. Bless them. Honestly. I never see so many problems in tarot when people refuse to take stock of what's going on. So I'm going to sit here and stay, even though it's not my best interest to do so. So bless this person for knowing themselves well enough. Okay? If you knew how much it stressed them out intuitively and mentally to be asked to stay open to this, you wouldn't do it. And I think you understand that at some point. Okay, so let them be who they are. Let them go. Anyway, I see that. You like to balance, you do, but it pisses you off when you can't. And I think that's why you fought for this so long. Yeah, Ten of Swords. It hurt. I'm not saying it didn't. Of course it did. But you didn't need to keep fighting for them either. Okay? Ace of Pentacles. You focus on you and that new beginning of yours. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. And I'm very happy for you. Ten of Pentacles. Some of you are quite stable. You have huge foundations. You showed me your emotional connectivity being important to you, but your 3D world, for some of you, it's everything. It's huge. Huge networks. Okay. I'm just... Where are we in time? Okay. It's goodish time. It's goodish time. I actually did pretty good time on yours today. But, Nine of Pentacles, slowly moving towards this. You don't rush. Good. Oh, the Devil. Oh, Judgment. It was hard. Very hard. Devil, Judgment. It's a hard lesson for some of you. This is like your bitter pill that you have to swallow. Just because you lose somebody, not really lose, they're still there. Doesn't mean that you failed. I hope you know that, right? No. That doesn't mean you failed. I don't know that people ever really get comfortable saying goodbye. But I would like us all to be a little bit more comfortable with recognizing the freedom of spirit in each other. You know what? That's where they need to be. That's what they got to do. It's not for me to say. It's hard. It's very hard for you. It's like if one thing gets out of control, you're afraid it might spread like a wildfire. Other things might get out of control. Again, it's just some of your fears playing up on you. You have judgments in this. Okay? Once more, I really want you to focus on all the good that you have. And for some of you, that fantastic love potential. Which is what I was hoping to press on a little bit more, to be honest with you. I was feeling a little bit nosy. I know. You don't want them to get hurt. I understand. That's what you told yourself. I don't want them to get hurt. I don't want them to get hurt. I don't want them to get hurt. I know. They're not. It's more hurt if they stay in something they don't want to stay in. Think of it again from that point of view. Asking someone to stay, put the work in, to connect to things they don't want to connect to, all it did was cause them more sense of sick and ill. Okay? Again, I think if you knew that, you'd stop. All right? Dang it, I want to see a little bit more. I saw that Nine of Pentacles again. You didn't want them to get hurt. You didn't want them to feel rejected. Fight. Stay. Come on. It's all right. Anyway, I wanted to focus a little bit more on that Lover's connection to Six of Cups. The one we'll be talking to, it seems, soon enough. But they're really emphasizing on let that complete, let that go. All right, fine. With that Lover's connection, though, my key takeaway from that is I'm glad that you see it as worthy of you. All right? And that you find yourself perhaps worthy of them. That Six of Cups, I don't know how well you know them. If your shared history runs in that direction, you can have a shared history with somebody and not necessarily have it gone into any intimate places. So I don't quite know how you know them, but the call to them hasn't ever been so strong. A cloudy judgment. Unbalanced, distorted. Again, I see the unbalance and how you hate that. I know. But there's some things I strongly suspect this person needs to work out for themselves. Okay. Running, longing. Running and longing. Craving, aching, wanting. Some of you might identify as being runners. Sure. Longing, I get that. You've been very honest about your manifestation. But running. It might be, it's that sense of disappearing. It might be that we ran out of sight from that connection a long time ago. Some of you might be the divine masculine. But we've been longing ever since. I don't quite know. There's something here about lack of visibility with that strong connection. But nonetheless, family. I know, you're very concerned with family. I've seen that. That means you're protective of it too. Oh, obsession, infatuation, adoration. Let's keep it there to adoration. Perhaps you adore the other. I don't see anything here that suggests obsession. Okay. Maybe some infatuation, maybe some adoration, sure. Sure. I mean, you showed me the Lover's connection twice and how it moves you. Yeah, there's going to be some adoration in there. I don't know. I always tell people, give these oracles some flexibility because they can be blunt little tools, blunt little bridges that may or may not connect the main story. Okay. No, I didn't see anything here with obsession. I know what obsession looks like. I'm seeing infatuation and adoration, certainly. Absolutely. You put on your spiritual best suit just to talk to that person. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of adoration in there. Oh, official. Very official. Courthouse gift. Official. Official gift. Very official. Very formal. Very formal. Got the paperwork. And gift. We have a gift here. It's very official. It's very formal. 23:17. It looks like it's coming from an official capacity, either you or them. And there you are, darling, the moon. And the tree of life. All you've ever wanted was roots that ran very deep. That's all you've ever wanted. It's no secret. 5:32. All you've ever wanted was a legacy, a strong, solid legacy. where all your roots and your branches have meaning and purpose. You concern yourself with the next generation, the community, the outflow. 13. Childlike wonder. A kind of wonder or fantasy. Perhaps to have it all. Some of you would like children, maybe. And some of you associate having it all with perhaps a childlike influence. Yeah. And yet, nevertheless, I see you going for exactly that. 532:13, excuse me. All right. A legacy. Something to pass on everything you have to the next generation. Maybe. I know, I saw the family in you twice. Several times. Okay. Flute. Flute. Singing a sad song. It's kind of like an exit song for somebody playing the flute. Disappointment in a friend. That's what I'm seeing it. This friend or family member. The one that just can't quite get along and doesn't want to. Or rather knows that it's not for them. Okay? Could be a falling out with the family. Particularly with that cloudy judgment. Operating under certain thoughts or beliefs that make them incompatible to the core. Does that make sense? I believe this, and 90% of you don't. I'm always at odds with all of you, and I don't feel welcome. See what I'm saying? I'm getting that feel. But yeah, it's disappointment. It's okay. It's not your tune. It's not their tune. I'm sorry, and by their tune, I mean it's the surrounding inner circle. It's their tune. They need to learn it for themselves. Okay? Let them play their own instrument. Dog far away. A distant friend. See, they still carry the energy with you. Even if they go far away, they still carry the thought of you in a positive way. Okay? They do. All right. Heart. Love, deep affection, and caring. I see that. Eye. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. You're highly intuitive. A heart. Heart. I love the eye. We love the eye. We love the inner eye. We love the intuitive self. Somebody loves your eye, the intuitive eye, or perhaps you love their eye or their intuitive eye. Something like that. The moon, that's you, darling. Oh, is that you? Is that you? The moon. That's you, a dark man. Dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. For some of you, this is your description. So dark complexion, hair, or you identify that way. It's part of your heritage. And the moon. You're currently undergoing changes in your life. Yes, I've seen that. Okay. All right. All right. Pisces might be your moon placement, like literally your moon placement. Yeah, and there's your medallion straight away. We have HPS, medallion of you, Scorpio, and Aries. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to other seasons. Might be important to you. Pisces, honey, yours was a heck of a read. I think we absolutely covered a lot of territory today. Once more, emphasis on you are learning to be at peace with this now. Okay, so I miscalled it. Temperance here was on the timeline. Instead of I'm already over it. You're learning to be over it. You're learning to let them go. You're learning to understand that they are who they are and they can't be here right now, and that's okay. And that you're learning to be okay with it. You should be fully, I believe, settled in your heart about it soon. We enter Sagittarius season in a couple of days. Okay. You do so with love and respect and keeping the door open to them should they ever choose to make a return. I strongly suspect there's someone who cannot get along within the inner circle because beliefs, thoughts, feelings, etc. aren't welcome or they're not understood. Okay. And then you have something in your life that you're very much trying to connect to. And it runs deeper, very deep. Okay? The Lovers and the Six of Cups, that's not a common combination, so. And you want to see that in your life. And you see it as being worthy of you, which is good. Okay? It's like you see that now as well. That's a different point of view. Okay. All right, that's enough. There's so much here. I have to do a recap because there's so much material. It's good stuff. Anyway, Pisces, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.